Okay, so I forgot I had that one flitch to cut yet, so I want to cut that quick. All I want to do is just cut the edges off of it. The straighter side of the log looks like it's over here, so I'll cut from that side. What I keep an eye on is that the straight part of the log is touching the bunk all the way up there, and it pretty much is. Now I could bring this way a little bit to hang even on the bunk rails, but I would miss my dog up there, so I want to keep it on that dog. Make another cut through there. I could have measured it, I didn't. I'm going to come down there maybe a full inch. There's a little bit of wing on the edge of this for about a foot and a half. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to flip it over and then make another cut. one here has a crack in it, so that's not any good. This is a 1x4 here, which isn't too bad. Probably something like for drawers. I could use this. So I'm going to save that. So let's take a look at the waste there then. So altogether you have the 4 switches from the cant, or to get the cant, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boards there that are not too good. So I'll give this stuff to my neighbor. He'll cut this up into firewood and he'll be happy. So anyway, some of the older logs, if you get a whole pile of 30-inch logs and you're cutting them and you're getting some good wood out of them, don't forget that these smaller logs that are left over, you can get a lot of wood out of. Now there's no doubt that it's not as good as the big trees that have stood the test of time and, you know, are not split, they don't have shake or anything. But you really should try even the smaller logs, especially with the sawmill. It has the capability to cut yourself boards that you might be able to use, you know, to make smaller things. And like I say, if you cut, even some of those can be cut into 1x4 to make rails for fencing. It all depends on what you're trying to do. I'll tell you, I wish I had somebody who wanted those smaller boards. I would certainly give them to them, or if I knew they'd come here for sure, I'd save them. Now, I don't want to save stuff for a freaking month, but I wouldn't mind saving stuff for, you know, like a couple of days, because somebody's going to come in and get a truckload, like a pickup truckload. I don't expect you to come here for 3 boards, but I'm just saying, a pickup truckload of that kind of stuff is, you know, you could pull out some nice stuff out of there if you know how to work with it. Okay guys, so I gotta clean up, get these 2 logs that are here, these 2 cutoffs, onto the backhoe, and then I'm done for the day here. It's supposed to rain for 3 days, 2 days, tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. Have a good one, my friends. You know, guys, when you look at my sawmill, you can see the bottom boards that are holding the mill up. I'm not against a person who doesn't clean up after themselves, but I'm not going to have them work for me because I don't like that. I think that it pays to clean up. If you clean up after yourself and you make that a part of your everyday being, which for me it's easy, all I gotta do is throw it right there and push it with the tractor. But for me, no matter how much dirt I make, I always clean up. And at one time when I was a contractor, it had actually, and I never expected it, but because one lady that I worked for was so emphatic about it, and I kept up with it so good, that I got an award from a township for doing work for them. And this was, I think it was HUD or something like that. But I got a little award from the township for the way I cleaned up. And I did it after every job. It doesn't matter what I had to do. If I was leaving early for something, I would quit work early enough to still clean up. And you might say to yourself, well, having this sawdust on here makes it a little easier to walk on. It's true that the concrete's hard to work on, but you know, it only takes 2 boards and you already have a cushion underneath your feet. But cleaning up after yourself is one of the best things you can do to keep everything you have in order. Now, I can't tell you that when you look in the shed there that I have every single thing where I originally had it hanging. because I don't. Some things are here, some things are there, some things are put in there because I don't want them out in the weather. But I can tell you that I know where everything is in a, you know, within a foot or two of where it should be. And that's how I want people who work for me to be. If they're not like that, they're a waste of my time, because they'll lose everything. Chainsaws will get run over, shovels will get run over. I can do that and still take care of them, but more of it happens. And then the next thing you know, you can't find half your stuff. I don't need that aggravation. So anyway, I'm going to get my leaf blower and I'll be blowing the rest of this out of here. Now as far as those boards, believe me, I want to get them out of here, but I don't have a place to put them right now. So I'm just going to keep them here until I find a place, or until I empty the kiln, which will be very soon, probably within a month. But cleaning up after yourself a little bit, making things easier, it makes it a little bit safer. You know, there's a lot of people who complain to me about, where's your safety glasses, where's your safety this, safety that. Look, for 3 years I've been wearing shoes pretty much, because that's what helps my feet to work on the sawmill. I can't say that I didn't drop a log that I cut off with something, a chainsaw. I didn't drop a small piece on my foot or something, and it might have hurt, yes. But you're talking once or so, and usually I keep my feet out from everything, and I have all 10 fingers after working, 45 years with saws. So, to me, the safety part is walking. You know, you can be backing up and hit something at 1 inch high with the back of your heel, and it'll knock you over. Depends on how agile you are. But at my age, you start to get a little not agile. So I want to keep track of it. But keeping the saw nice and clean, now I'm going to blow this dust off the edge of the mill here. It helps the saw to run better. It helps me to get cut straighter boards. And it's just a nicer way of doing things. When somebody comes to look at what you're going to work with, they see that you're taking care of your stuff. I know I saw a couple guys who bought sawmills, and within a week you can't see the frame of the mill. It's so buried in sawdust. And I don't even know how you guys, with the pins that go up and down saws like that, I don't even know how you're able to run the mill properly. So anyway, this is what I do. This is what I like to do. It's the way I like to work. I've always been like this. It's not to say that I don't sometimes get messed up. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get very tired. But at least I still, at my age, have the ambition to clean up and keep it clean. So I'm going to blow everything off here, and that'll be the end of that. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.